What is a probate real estate sale? We get that question all the time, so we're going to get to that answer right now. Thank you for coming back to our channel where we talk about probate real estate. We have new videos every week, so make sure to like and subscribe our channel. We have a ton of information for you. I'm Brendan Mohr, certified probate and trust specialist and realtor in California. And this is Bill Heyman.
Hey, I'm a registered and bonded legal document assistant in both California and Nevada, a licensed professional fiduciary, and a real estate broker, California, and realtor in Nevada.
Now, we offer great probate services to our clients all throughout California and Nevada for real estate sales and probate through both states, as well as offer non-attorney probate administration services to our clients at a significant savings. So if you have any questions for us about that, please remember to check out our info below and reach out to us. Comment, email, text, call, send us a message or pigeon. All right, so what is a probate real estate sale? Well, essentially, it's the selling of real estate during the probate process. And Bill, so maybe the best way to start this is, well, what is probate?
Sure, Brendan. Well, essentially, probate occurs when someone passes away and they have an estate that has a value currently of $184,500 or greater. And that number changes over time, but that's what it is currently. But anyway, if you have an estate, gross value of that amount or higher, and it's only titled in the deceased person's name, there's no one else on title with you, it's not in a trust, it's just in that deceased person's name, then the only way to transfer those assets to that deceased person's heirs or beneficiaries is through the court probate process. That's the only way.
So there you have a little bit about that. And then one thing that you might be wondering is maybe how is a probate real estate sale different? Perhaps you're coming across our video because you've seen a probate sale on the market, or maybe you're about to sell a home through probate and want a little bit more information on what to expect. So let's talk about maybe some of the ways that a probate sale is different, because there are definitely differences. A lot of times it's more of the differences on the seller side than it is the buyer side. But I would say that one of the details of a probate sale that can cause it to be very different is what kind of authority the court has granted the administrator or executor. You know, we have a full video on full authority and limited authority because it's a little bit of a rabbit hole for this video. So please check out our video. It'll be linked below, called Full Authority versus Limited Authority. So Bill, what would you say are some of the other ways that make a probate sale different than a regular sale?
Sure. Well, and I want to just flip back just for a second on what you said about full authority, limited authority, because for sure watch our video on it, but depending on which type of authority you have, that basically dictates which set of additional documents and procedures that are going to be required to sell a real estate during probate, which are different and in addition to your regular standard real estate docs that you'd go through on a regular real estate sale. Another thing that some people think is different, but it's really not, is a lot of people are under the impression that a probate sale is different from a regular sale because the real estate's going to sell below market value. And that's simply not true. I would say that every probate real estate sale that you and I have been involved in, which is quite a few, have always sold at market value. We do not sell below market value. That's a myth. And if you do have a probate real estate sale that is selling below market value, probably because the agent or broker who's selling it is trying to do an off-market deal, which is not good for the probate. It's not good for the family, and it really shouldn't be done.
It could be that, or maybe they don't really understand some of the aspects of a probate sale, how to communicate with other agents on marketing a probate sale, because there is a lot of misinformation, or sometimes there's anxiety about what a probate sale could be, and that it'd be really complex. But getting back to if a probate sale would be under market value, a lot of times we see that probate homes are often fixers. They're not always. Sometimes they're in immaculate shape, but sometimes they're fixers because the seller passed away a while ago and the home has been vacant and the home fell into some sort of disarray. And a lot of times the estate chooses to sell the home as is, just like that. And you can absolutely do that. You don't need to fix up a home at all to sell it. It's really up to the estate and if they're able to do it. But a lot of times, maybe the myth about a probate sale being under market value is because so many of them are fixers, and a fixer sells for less than a home that is really nicely updated or well kept. But that's just the market value. You take away the word probate sale out of it and put in the same condition, it's most likely going to sell for the exact same amount.
Yep. Yes, it will.
Let's see. What's another thing that makes them a little bit different?
Well, another thing, Brendan, that can be different about a probate sale is the timeline itself. And that, again, falls back to the full authority, limited authority issue, which, again, see our videos on it. But essentially, the timeline, if you've got full authority, the timeline can often be very similar, if not identical, to a regular sale. However, if you have limited authority, the timeline can increase sometimes dramatically. So that's another way that probate sales can be different.
Oh, absolutely. Here in California, most of the time we see that a seller or the estate has full authority, which is very similar to a regular sale from a buyer's perspective. And because there's so many misconceptions on it, I just had this conversation with an agent the other day with a listing that we both have right now in the area, a probate sale, where they thought that the probate sale would maybe take a long amount of time. And they'd called me. They didn't look at the remarks I put. And when an agent puts in a listing, we have something we can put on the back end of the listing to give lots of information to an agent. He was a new agent, didn't really understand probate sales, but I was able to tell him that no, we can close in 30 days or less on this particular one, which is very normal for a typical real estate sale.
Yeah, it is. And again, it comes back to, though, whoever is listing the probate property for sale, again, they need to know what they're doing. Otherwise, for example, Brendan has a lot of experience in the probate sales. If he didn't, he would not have known how to answer that newer agent's question and put him at ease. And that's really important. We stress that throughout all of our videos, that always be sure that you've got a realtor that knows what they're doing in probate.
Yeah, so if you're listing a home in probate, you want to hire an agent who really does know what they're doing. We have a video on that. Please look another video that we have linked, how to hire a probate real estate agent. We have 10 interview questions on that video, as well as a downloadable link for those 10 questions, what the best answers really are to those, an additional 5 questions, so 15 total questions that you should be asking a realtor when interviewing them for a probate listing. And if you want to know more about this subject, I highly recommend you watch our video, The Probate Real Estate Timeline, where we go through probate real estate from start to finish, and it is linked next.